Today I'm going to be showing you guys the behind the scenes on how I make my videos, starting from recording to editing to thumbnail making to uploading. So anyways, I put out a poll a while back ago asking if I should do this, and all of you guys said yes. So today that's what we're doing. There's nothing really special about recording. I mainly use OBS to record my screen, and I use Audacity to record my voice. And the reason why I chose Audacity was because there's a feature that lets you remove the background noise. And when I downloaded Audacity, I had my old mic, which it was like $20, so it picked up everything. So having Audacity with my old mic was nice because it removed the audio. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys this effects where on how to do what I'm doing. So you can see me just putting it there. So yeah. But after that, I export my audio, and then I move on to editing. Okay, so next up is thumbnail making. I accidentally said editing with my last clip, but I meant thumbnail. Anyways, I already downloaded this image off of Google, and I actually got a picture of my player ready. So let's go ahead and create a project real quick, and I'll show you what I do. Now, normally I don't download pictures off Google, but for this case, I felt like it was necessary, and I also kind of needed inspiration. So anyways, let's import our images. Okay, so to get my character by itself, we're going to do something called a magic cut. So let me show you how to do that real quick. So we go select and then magic cut, and then we just get it to our liking. Green is what's going to appear, red is what we don't want to appear. So I'll be right back once I complete that. Okay, so next up is pretty much color correction, pretty much. So I don't really do much. I add some hue and I just add some contrast, nothing really much. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then we're going to add some text and we will be done. Okay, so I added the coloring, and so for text, we're just gonna size everything up and then put it anywhere on the thumbnail. So we'll put it by the statue here, and then for the font, there's this font I don't know what it's called, but it's the Mr. Beast font. It's like Comias. I don't know how to pronounce that. But anyways, we're just going to use that, and I'm going to change the 10 min to about a yellowish color, and that should be it. And then to get my fault, I actually got the 10 min part wrong. It should be the built-in that I switched yellow. I don't know why my brain wasn't working, but anyways, to get the outline, we're pretty much going to right click on our text, and then we're going to go to blending options, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go down to where it says stroke. We're going to apply that, size it to whatever we want, and we're also going to add a drop shadow. But once we're done with that, that should be it. All right, so for exporting, we'll go to File, Save As, PNG, and that's it. Okay, so the first thing I always do when creating a video or while I start editing is I create 4 bins just to keep myself organized. So in the first bin, I call it video. Second bin, I call it green screen, where I keep all my images and stuff. And then the third one is called audio, where I put my sound effects, music, my Audacity recording. And then for the fourth one is called snap captions, which you'll see in a minute. So the first thing I do, and the reason why we made a thumbnail before editing, is we're going to import our thumbnail, but we're also going to create a timeline real quick. So for the timeline, I changed the frames from 24 to 60, and then I just changed some of the settings to high just to get better quality. Anyways, after that, I import our image, or aka the thumbnail, and I put it on the timeline, hit Control S to save it. And if we come back to our home screen, you'll see that our project now has a thumbnail on it. So it's a cool little feature. I forgot where I learned it from actually, but it's a cool feature. And I've been doing it for a few episodes now, or not episodes, a few videos now. But anyways, next up is scripting. Now, the intros are the only part of the video I ever script. Rarely do I ever script other parts of the video. But I don't know, if I have to, I do. Actually, for a good example of me doing a voiceover on a video is the collaboration I did with Ace for the Christmas special. I had to utilize voiceovers in that one a lot because, especially towards the end, it was just so hard not to, because the thing with it was the video was just, there wasn't really much value to it, or there wasn't really much potential with it, or nothing I could really do. So having that voiceover really actually saved the video in my opinion. But anyways, so after I'm done recording and cutting up the voiceover, I bring in my video, and I usually take a clip out of the video, just a random part of the video. But anyways, I mostly just double click on the video in the bin, and it was actually cool about Davinci, so you could play the video in a video player without like playing the timeline. So I usually do that, and I press I and O, which is in and out points. So those really come in handy. But yeah, so I always put my volume up to about 5-ish on my voice. Same with my gameplay. And then I link those clips together, and I go through the video and I cut out all the dead space, the unnecessary parts of the video, just awkward moments in the video, bad takes. So I go through there, and it's definitely time consuming. I do take about a good day. It does take about a day to do that. Well, depending on the video actually, because I've recorded videos that are like 2.5 hours long. I've recorded videos that are like 45 minutes long. So it really depends on how long the video really is, but yeah. All right, next up, after that, I import all my images and video clips and stuff that I want put into the intro. Now, I normally just, first time going through, I normally just figure out where I want to put the clips. Second time through is where I make sure the clips fit and are as long as I want them to be. And then when I'm going through it again, that's when I add like transitions and stuff. Normally I do like up and downs, but I don't know. I want to try experimenting, like adding like up, down, left, right, and then like same. Yeah, pretty much that. But anyways, okay, so after that, that's when I put in my sound effect. Sound effects I just honestly recorded off YouTube. Nothing really special. And then I line up the loudest part of the sound effect around like the middle of the transition. I don't know why. That's what I've just been doing for the past few years. Other than that, I put in my music, and then that's really about it. Music I put about like -15, because you don't want to be loud, but you also want to be able to hear it still. But you don't want to make it loud, and so that you don't hear what the creator's saying. Anyways, after that, I subtitle. Now, I used to subtitle by hand, and I hate it. I spent like a good hour subtitling like a 10-second intro. It sucks terrible. It sucked terribly. Now, what's kind of cool is I bought presets. Probably one of the best decisions I've made when it comes to editing. And I bought this preset pack from a editing YouTuber named Finzar, and it's where I got all my transitions and stuff. I actually started using them in this video right here. I became the world's greatest chef, and that video, I cut down like editing from like 2 to 3 days to like maybe a little over a day at most. But so it really did save a lot of time because you could literally just drag and drop effects onto the clip or make adjustment clips, and it really just saved a lot of time. So in these preset packs, I got the essential pack, but in the essential pack, it came with text effects. So I always use this pop in big effect. So Davinci, I actually found out not too long ago, if you press Alt and drag, it copies the clip. Doesn't matter what clip it is, it will always copy. So rather than always need to find this, rather going through the same clip over and over again, especially with sound effects, I just click on the sound effect, Alt and drag, and it saves so much time. Okay, so going back to the snap captions bin. So Davinci actually has an AI feature where it takes your audio and turns them into subtitles. I started using this a few videos ago and it saved so much time. But here's a real time lapse of me subtitling by hand, and it was pain. Okay, so after I let the AI do its thing, a guy, I don't know the name of him, but he hired an IT person who made a program called Snap Captions, where it'll take the AI text that Davinci created with its AI, and it'll mainly go through the clips, and whatever text effect you put on it, or just text in general, as long as in the Snap Captions box, it will manually create the subtitles with that effect. And like I said, it saved so much time. So anyways, that's really about it. So now what I do is I go through the entire video and I do the exact same process, cutting out the unnecessary parts, going through, cutting out all the dead space, going through, adding in all the images, videos, whatever. Recently I've actually gotten to animations with the Fusion page. Once you learn how to use Fusion, it may look scary, but it's actually not that hard to learn. You can actually create some really cool animations. And here's a few examples that I have used in videos before. Okay, so then after that, like I said, I go and add sound effects, I add music. Now here's a screenshot of the finished timeline. Now I was in a rush while editing that video, so I couldn't finish. Editing all the way, or it will probably be 10 times better. But I mean, the video itself is still good. And as of time of recording this voiceover, because I actually put out a post recently that have my audio corrupted while recording this. No joke. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. But anyways, once I'm done with that, I render out the video and I upload it. And that really is it. So anyways, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, consider subscribing. I never really asked, and I probably should start. So I'm starting now. Anyways, my name is Davinci612, and I hopefully will see you guys in the next video. Peace.